The British Touring Car Championship is a race series that probably doesn't need much introduction to anybody watching this video, but I'm willing to bet that when you think of British Touring Car Championships, you don't think of the 1958 inaugural race. You don't think of the race that happened probably a month ago. I don't know, I don't follow BTCC. You're probably thinking this era.
Terrific speed! And it's quicker on two wheels!
That's right, the late 90s Super Touring 2-liter championship. It brought us such amazing cars, such as the BMW E36, the Alfa Romeo 155, one of my favorites, the Volvo 850 Estate, and of course the Ford Mondeo. Now, those are all great cars in and of themselves, but it's not my favorite because, as you know me, I'm a Nissan fanboy. So of course, this is my favorite. Yes, the P11 Primera GT, Nissan's only success in the British Touring Car Championship. But before I blather on too much, let's get into the lap and I'll explain a little bit more. All right, we're going HUDless in this one because the race car has all the information I need. Let's get this race started. 3, 2, 1. Front wheel drive, off the line. 320 horsepower out of a naturally aspirated SR20. This thing is a bit twitchy. I want to tell you all about this car, but I also want to survive the lap. So we're gonna have to concentrate a little bit. We have no ABS. This is the first non-ABS car that we are taking up the mountain. And I am a little bit worried. I've been doing some laps in this car. I have given up on my no pre-driving the cars before doing the lap. Now I'm not doing them on Pike's Peak. This is fresh, as I did last time with the Corvette. I have a different track that I have been practicing, and yes, my lack of experience with non-ABS cars in the sim is going to show. I know I can brake harder than this thing can, or I can brake harder and this thing can do it, but I'm scared of doing, well, see, that didn't lock up at all. Going to cost us some time, just as an example. All right, the Nissan Primera P11 GT, a car we never actually technically got here in America, but we technically did. The Infiniti G20, we got it in the P10 and P11 configurations. Not in GT trim, but basically they were all the same. Naturally aspirated SR20. In the street version, they definitely did not make 320 horsepower. Interesting fact about this engine. It has a completely custom cylinder head that reverses the flow. Anybody that knows SR20s will just say in their front wheel drive configuration, the intake manifold is on the back towards the firewall, while the exhaust comes off the front. But part of the reason they were able to get so much horsepower out of this car, okay, careful, careful, careful. Yep, there we go. That corner always gets me. Is they built a completely custom cylinder head. Race cars do not like hairpins, by the way. And actually force-fed air from the front grille area right into the throttle bodies, getting a bit of a ram air effect. Now this car is actually based on the street-going Primera, as were all of the BTC cars. BTCC, my apologies. Big bump, okay. But of course they are highly modified. So while you may find the shell of a Primera underneath here, They don't share much. You can always tell the British Touring Car Championship cars of this era by their just crazy stance. This thing's pretty much tucking wheel in the back. Those 17-inch Team Dynamics race wheels. Large racing brakes. These cars, you know, touring cars in general, are what inspired a lot of the original tuner car craze. People wanted their cars to look like the race car versions. And then, of course, as everything goes, it got out of hand from there. Oh, I know this car could be so much faster than what I am able to give it. We're using the Matt Neal livery. Not just because he shares my first name, but because he is the only driver. Well, sorry, the first driver. I don't know about the only. Oh, front wheel drive, let's go. Okay, that was a hard save. The first driver to independently win the BTCC championship title. Before that, it was all works teams. Interesting fact, in 1999, they actually held a bounty. Ooh, we're good. Because no independent teams had even won a race, I believe, at that time, or haven't won in a very, very long time, one of the two. And BTCC put up a bounty. First independent driver that could win a race won £250,000. Now, I don't know what that is in today's money. Put that up on the screen somewhere. A lot of cash. And Matt Neal was the person who was able to do that in 99, and then in 2000 went on to win the entire championship outright. That's interesting too, because in 2000, Nissan wasn't in the championship anymore. They had pulled out. Nissan had entered the P10 in the BTCC in the early 90s, the earlier version of the Primera, but didn't find any success. Do not want to mess up this corner. And I'm going to mess up this corner. Oh! We're stuck. Ooh, we're stuck good. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There we go. So yeah, they produced this car in 97 as a way to try to reclaim some of the points in the, or not reclaim, to take some more points in the race. I will say, driving a race car up this mountain is a lot more intense than a street car. They are just, you know, a little bit less forgiving. Also, they do not like hairpins. I was kind of worried about this from driving the practice laps. I think we talked about this in the Corvette video. This is more of a rally stage than a racetrack. And as such, race cars are going to have a hard time up here. Race cars are meant, you can see the gearing. I gotta go down to first for these hairpins, which in street cars, you usually stick in second. I try to concentrate a little bit more. Funny part is I have a lot of facts about this car that I want to spout off, but we're not going to have a ton of time because this lap is going to be a quick one. Oh, those brakes. See, it's that ABS keeps messing with me. All right, let's get our head in the game here. Interestingly, this car does make some downforce with that front splitter and rear wing. But that rear wing was actually one of the least effective wings in BTCC because the car in general is so unaerodynamic. It made so much drag, there we go, that they couldn't really put a high downforce wing on it, otherwise the car would be too slow. definitely working within the limits of production cars, and that's why I think people loved this era of touring car and love touring cars in general, because any race car that has to be based off its street counterpart just gives us, the plebes, I don't know, something to dream about, something to compare it with. It's the old NASCAR adage of win on Sunday, sell on Monday. Come on, there we go. Okay. We got not too much left in this lap, so let's concentrate and try to get a good lap time. You can really hit that brake pedal, but you do not want to brake and turn at the same time, which is honestly a bad habit I've kind of picked up from racing front-wheel drive most of my life, is to try to get the car to rotate. You really trail brake it hard into the corner, more than you would most other cars. Oh no, come on, and we're off. Okay, we're good, we're good. Woo! All right, oh, can we make it up? Well, put an asterisk on this lap. We had a crash. Not a bad one. That is one of the finicky things about this car, is it does tend to snap away from you. Highly sprung, big sway bars. Now, you've probably seen all those, you can see it a lot in BTCC footage, because a lot of those cars are front-wheel drive, where they get sideways and they just crank the wheel, hit the gas, keep the front-wheel drive drift going. That's what I was attempting to do there and failed miserably at. But that's all right. That's gonna hurt our time a lot. Wow, it's taking a little bit longer than I expected. It's probably just because I'm so cowardly. Come on. I want to make this a good lap. Let's go. Keep your head in the game. A little brake lock up again. This just does not leave you any room to think. Unfortunately, we aren't going to get below 11 minutes, which I really thought we were going to do. I might try this again without talking, just to see. If I do, I'll post that lap time in the comments. Oh, there is a sub 11 in this for sure. Cross the line at 11:19. Damn! Without that crash, with able to be able to concentrate a little more on the braking points, this thing definitely has a sub 11 in it. Wow, we're gonna have a hard time finding cars fast enough to beat that GTR, huh? Oh man. Whew, that one actually took it out of me. Like I said, this car is a beast. And the fact that they were racing these wheel-to-wheel is, you know, this is why I love this era of racing. They are raw race cars. Not to discredit any modern racing driver or modern race car, because they are amazing in of themselves, but a lot of them are equipped with a little bit more technology. This is, you know, kind of the end of the raw era. Like I said, no ABS, no traction control. Oh, that was fun. And just solidified the idea that this is one of my favorite race cars of all time. But there we go, our first actual race car up Pikes Peak. And yeah, we did notice a couple things. Hairpins, difficult. But luckily, touring car, not as bad as some cars. I have a feeling at some point we're going to get a real race car up here, like non-street car based. I have a feeling that's where we're going to really run into problems with those hairpins. But next week, I got something super fun planned for you guys. So until then, hit the subscribe button, bell notification every week. 52 Peaks comes out, new race car or street car, driven up Pikes Peak by yours truly, driven poorly. It is what it is. Until then, guys, peace.